Okay, first dumpster of the night. I have not really been finding anything in this one. I'm starting to wonder if the company is even here anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna look in that cooler. This kind of scare me sometimes. But yeah, this has pretty much looked the same for quite a while now. And I did find a tin sleigh in here the other night, and I sold that already for 10 bucks. It was a leftover Christmas item, but other than that, I really haven't seen anything. There is a lot of disgustingness in here though. Haven't seen these boxes yet, but they're empty. Nothing in those, not even a cord or anything. And then this here, just empty and broken. So yeah, that's it for this one. Okay, next set. Recently emptied, nothing in there. Oh man. I don't remember it being like that last Friday night. It's just boxes, plastic, wood, empty boxes. I'm gonna have to mute that, jeez. Yeah, nothing, just empty boxes. This could be a very short night. This one here, more empty boxes. Found cat wire in here one time, and not since. And nothing. Yeah, it still smells like something died in there. So let's take a look in the recycling one and see if they're throwing it all in here. Not really all that much, to be honest. It doesn't change from day to day. I haven't been here in about a week, and there's only a couple of pieces that they've added in there. So yeah, that is, wow, I've never hit these 4 dumpsters and ended up with nothing, so it's kind of a bummer, but keep moving on. Okay, let's see if this one's got anything. Ceiling tile, wet board, more wet board, stuff that is not worth digging too deep for. That doesn't feel like anything. So yeah, that is nothing there. Okay, lots of stuff there, and some toys and a toddler's plaything. Yeah, this is that's just too heavy to even try to move to see what's in that bag. And actually, I see a DirecTV dish down there. I am not digging all of that out to get out a dish. So, let's see. What is that? Arts in there. It's like beer koozie type material. Huh. Right, down here. Boxes. Somebody dumped a bunch of stuff, but nothing good. And nothing that I can see back there. That's too hard to move. On this side, Yeah, it's just a bunch of junk. Nothing in the Pittsburgh box either. Yikes. It's loud. And nothing on this side. I can't reach that, but fairly certain there's nothing in it. Yeah, I am kind of lazy today. It's been all trash. It has been a week, almost 6 days since I've been out, and feeling kind of lazy. So yeah, the only thing I've found so far I'd have to work pretty hard to get, which is the dish inside that one, and that's not going to happen. So I'll close these up and head out of here. Alright, let's see if we got anything in here. Wow, this hasn't really changed at all either. Got a couple of pipes there. Hopefully at least there's a transformer or something, but geez, in a week that is nothing. Alright, so a couple of picture frames or mirrors there that are broken. So I've got that pipe is buried underneath the pile of plastic, so I'm not getting that out. A couple of pieces of hardware. It's got a lot of nastiness in this one. Pipe. Another one. Nothing in that box. This was here last time. Nothing in there. You can see there's a possum that visits this dumpster. That's why all the bags are torn open, getting all the food and whatnot. That is it. Wow. I have never made it this far in my run and ended up with virtually nothing. So yeah, just those two pipes and that's it. If it wasn't for the water heater that I picked up on the way here that my girlfriend told me she saw out on the street, I really wouldn't have anything. So I guess I'll go to the next section now. Alright, so here is a new open top. This place hasn't had one in a while. And looks like drywall, but there's some good metal in there. And yeah, I'm gonna back up the truck. And it looks like I've got conduit over there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to film this one. That facility right over there gets really busy sometimes, and there's no one there right now, so I need to get in and out as quick as I can. So I'm gonna back up the truck and get this stuff out. Alright, so this is what I ended up getting, and as I was going through it, I had one person roll up and then another one on my way out, so I'm glad I got out of there when I did. Just don't like prying eyes. They've never said anything, but I just don't need to be caught a first time. So I got, I don't know, 4 of these lights. I think only one of them has the ballast in it. I got some recessed light fixtures. All these car parts are actually from when I just did the front end on my vehicle. A buddy of mine has a lift and let me use it and help me out a lot to completely rebuild the front suspension. So that's everything there. Got a little bit of conduit and the aluminum inserts there. So let's go on to this dumpster. So I think this place is shutting down. We're remodeling. They had some open tops here, now they don't. And then I've been finding a lot of office clean out in here, and looks like more of the same. So leather something in these containers. Let's take a look. Piece of pipe in there. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so there's a lot of water in here. These aren't even open, so it's filmy leather soft. Probably some kind of powder or liquid or something. Either way, I'm not taking that. even if they aren't open, this feels like office trash. And 2x4, or actually that's a nice piece of wood, 2x6 or something. Yeah, nothing underneath all this other than more of this stuff right there. So, nice little pail if I needed it, but I don't. The only thing is this one piece of metal. So, that's it. I'm out of here. Finding a few things. Oh yeah, definitely. Look at that. I'm gonna get in there and get this stuff out. Alright, so we got this box of little bits. Oh, so let's take, got that there, which has a bunch of stuff, and then under here, there's just styrofoam. I'll throw it all out, and then this conduit, it's like a 8-foot piece, some wire, some boards. That is empty. It's got water in it. And the rest of this is, that's empty. Another board. These are just empty boxes, empty. That looks to be, let's see what's in this box. Nothing. Alright, so I think that is it. I'll grab those two little pieces down there and that plate, and I believe that's everything. So there's what I ended up with, and that's actually full, that there. Sorry, I got two lights going and it's creating a problem. But yeah, so some conduit, some wire, and some other bits of metal in there. So at least found something in this string. Alright, it is the next day, and as you can see, it's finally a nice sunny day. It's cold and windy, but still better than all the rain that we've been having. So this is what I ended up with. If it wasn't for that new open top, I really wouldn't have found hardly anything. I think the problem was that it was so icy and miserable this week that the garbage systems were all messed up. So they ended up emptying a lot of the dumpsters on Thursday and Friday rather than earlier in the week. But I'm going to go back out today. I've got errands to run in some of those areas, so for that reason I might as well go and take a look, especially in the HVAC ones. They do weekend work, and usually I find stuff there on the weekends. But I'm going to go ahead and take all this out and separate it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, after breaking everything down, I had the 4 light fixtures there, the recessed lighting there. There's 5 of those. I took all the aluminum and wire off of those. The rest of the magnetic shred pieces are all there. If it wasn't for the water heater saving the night, it probably wouldn't have been all that worthwhile, but it is what it is. And then over here, I've got stuff to take back to my sorting station. I've got aluminum conduit, some sheet metal aluminum, and a couple of ballasts along with some wire. And I've got some really good wire here. Some people would be happy to hear that I got a small wire stripper. So this is the only type of wire pretty much that I will attempt to strip and see how that goes. But I figured I'm finding enough of it, well, I was anyway, that it made it worthwhile. So went ahead and got that. I'll give that a shot in the next couple of weeks. And then I did take out the one aluminum, or I'm sorry, brass fitting off of that using my old school plumber's wrench, and that's probably just going to be dirty brass. I'm not going to break that down any further. They're kind of a real pain to deal with and not really worth my time. So anyway, so that's it. I need to put all this stuff away and do a few things before I head back out. Alright, so this afternoon there is an AC unit which I'm going to have to just deadlift onto the back of the truck, and a heating unit. So this has the motor in it, which I don't know if sometimes I take them out, sometimes I don't. But yeah, not too bad for coming back. And then in here, we've got this. And wire in that. So that'll come out. This will come out. And then I got to take out all the cartridge, obviously. Throw that back in. Some more little tidbits. Yeah, so may as well jump in this one and just get the little bits that I can. This one here looks like just cardboard. Yeah, nothing in that one. This one here has some new stuff. Alright. Insulation. That's a bunch of junk. That might be full of something not there. Banana peel. Copper. Don't let that get away. So these boxes, a lot of times, will have some pretty decent stuff in them. But take a look at that, see what we got. Alright, this one here, oh man, it stinks. There's a little bit of wire back there, but other than that, boxes, so I'll get my stick and just grab that piece out. But other than that, back in this one, just take this out. Man, dust is bad. Well, there was a blade, but it just sunk to the bottom. And I'm only gonna dig so far in this one. There's the blade. This is all just pretty much nastiness. Piece of iron there. A little bit of wire. And, okay, there's a couple more pieces of iron. Make sure to pick up any nails and things like that might fall out. Any trash that might blow. Alright, and it still feels like it's got some weight into it. There's a lot of dirt there at the bottom. So camera in there. That's pretty much it. Just little pieces like that. Of wire. And that's it. I'll kind of dump it out into here and see if anything good falls out, but other than that, that's it for this one. Yeah. It's just way too dusty and nasty. Even though I've got a mask around my neck, probably should have put it on. Alright, so I gotta watch it. That's all ice right there. It is really cold and windy out today. Oh, just emptied. Wow, look at that. That's enough to keep somebody away. Yeah, same as yesterday. Figured I'd check since I was here anyway. And same. Alright, so unfortunately I didn't film getting all of this. There's quite a bit of wire in there and some conduit. I think most of this stuff is still full of wire as well. These were in open tops that I only hit on the weekends, but unfortunately I was on the phone the whole time, so I was getting all this out while I was on the phone, so I couldn't film it. But that is what it is. Anyway, it was a pretty decent score. There's some good metal there, some good wire. This is good stripping wire, so I'll have plenty to run through my stripper. And then I've got the AC unit there, the HVAC unit there, the blower. I took a couple of these concrete pads that have this styrofoam in the middle, so they're lighter. And I can use those at my girlfriend's place for some areas that are kind of muddy, so those are going to come in handy. And then I also took this tray. I'm sure I can use that for something, but it's a drip tray for an HVAC unit or some other kind of unit. Alright, so last night there was nothing here, and now I do see a little bit of wire and some boxes to go through there. And no boxes to go through here, unfortunately. So I'm going to jump in this other one quick. Like I said, it's a security thing, so I'm not going to film it, but hang in there. I am looking at GoPros. I am looking at doing a head mount sometime in the near future, but for now I got to get in there, see what I can get, and get out. Okay, so these are the open tops that I just found all that wire. I had to drive back through the area anyway, and I didn't find any cameras or anything, just a couple pieces of wire in the other dumpster. This is where I found all the wire. Get up here. And just more conduit, which I'll take, things like that, plastic. There's some stuff buried in here. It's actually some pretty good heavy pipe. And more conduit. Some stuff has wire in it and some doesn't. That's really dusty back there. So I'm going to dig through that a little bit. A piece of metal here. Unfortunately, I think these boards, which I can't move, yeah, that's not going to move. These heavy doors are on top of a lot of this stuff. I have a feeling there's a lot of electrical underneath there. So, yeah, let's take these little pieces here. Some of it's attached to string. We'll cut that off later. But yeah, this stuff here, that's good. That's solid. Yeah, that's good heavy iron right there. That's quite a bit of it. More pieces of conduit. A lot of little small stuff, but in all this dust and everything, I'm only gonna grab the obvious. That's good. Now this is cast. I guess I could jump in, but I really don't want to. Unless I see something really worthwhile to go after. But yeah, just little pieces of wire. A lot of little tiny stuff. Yeah, I don't want to dig through dust so much. So that's a piece of cast there. So yeah, and then back in here, see some more small wire. Yeah, I pretty much pulled out all the big stuff already while I was on the phone. Up there looks like there's maybe a couple more pieces. I don't know if I want to dig through the insulation. Been itching after I do it, even though it's with gloves on. I end up rubbing my face anyway with them. But yeah, kind of it. This stuff is super light. That's just, I really don't want to deal with all the dust. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've already looked down there. It's just doors, and at the bottom there's nothing. So I already cleaned up some of that. I'll clean up the rest of it before I leave. That was there when I got here. But on this side, I'm not dealing with the Rowan shelving. It's just not worth it. Same thing with this flyaway metal. But other than that, there's a couple of really big pieces of pipe over there. I struggled to try to get them out. I'll try again, but I don't know if it's going to work. Let's take a look. So this is what I'm talking about. I mean, this stuff is really in there. All the elbows are on, so it's wedged in there good. I'd love to take stuff like this. Look at that. But it's just, it goes all the way back, and I already tried moving it, and it doesn't really want to move, and that's what all this is. I tried getting that stainless out already. That doesn't want to move. So yeah, just a jumbled mess. Actually, that'll come loose. There's another one. Another one. Yeah, so some of this stuff is worth taking, but yeah, that one's not going to come out. That one, yeah, good. But yeah, unfortunately, the really good stuff is stuck. This piece, that is attached to this all the way down there, so that's not coming out either. And there really wasn't any wire in this one. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let me see if I can get down without tripping on this stuff. So that's that there. And then I'll add all that over there. Throw this in real quick and then be on my way. So not much more to stick around for. And like I was saying over here, that's what's down at this end. Nothing to get excited about at all. So, oh, that's heavy. I wonder what's in there. Well, there's it's all wet, but there is an extension cord in there. So probably just got wet from the rain. And there's leaves and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna take that out quick before I head out. And that'll be the last of it. So yeah, that's it. So I had to empty out the bed because somebody new contacted me about picking up 3 appliances, a refrigerator, a stove, and a dishwasher. I have the square footage for something like that, but it doesn't fit side by side, so for that reason I might have to keep my tailgate down and just get out my ratchet straps. But I'll see when I get there. He said he could help me load it, so that'll help. So I had to take all of the iron out, and I've got some more over there. This is all the conduit and wire and everything that you saw in the back, so that is kind of fluffy because I left it unwound. I didn't want to put kinks in it, and that way it'll make it a lot easier to strip out. But there's a decent amount of stripping wire in there. When it comes to the AC unit, here is the radiator. I will have to cut off all the copper here and then take off this steel plate, and then that way I get a better price for a clean aluminum copper radiator. There's the fencing that went around it. I wish I knew what to do with that, but I don't. I mean, it would come in useful somehow, I'm sure, but I'm going to flatten that out. There's the wire, the motor, and then the shell unit. And the fan sometimes is aluminum. In this case, it's steel, so that's going to go into shred. And then here's your compressor, and then all of that copper I get out of this. And the compressor alone, I'll get $8 for that, so not too bad. And then the copper, a couple dollars a pound on that stuff. The canister's somewhere around here. I might have already thrown that back in the shred pile, but the canister was sitting at the bottom along with that. When it comes to the blower unit, there's the shell, there's all the little pieces that came off of it. Those are all steel, a little bit of wire. That's the only piece of plastic right there. And then you've got the motor and the fan in there. I cannot get that shaft out of the fan. I've struggled with it quite a bit, and it's not really moving. So I'm going to try a cut-off wheel, cut off the shaft, and see if it'll punch through. If not, the whole thing's just getting thrown into shred. I don't have the patience for stuff like that, and besides which, the motor is not getting opened up and taking the copper out of. I'm just gonna turn it in as a copper motor. I just don't enjoy doing those, and I just don't think it's worth the time. So there is the radiator out of the blower unit, and I'm going to clean up all the copper, do the same thing, take the steel plates off, and then that is the little amount of trash that I had throughout this whole process. So need to get all this stuff put in or put away, and then I need to get on the road and pick up those appliances. So that's my day to day.